Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We know it's been a while since we've done one of these. We've all been busy, so I thought we could dedicate one big episode to three topics of discussion, which is one, this Thor Love and Thunder trailer, which we will go over. Then we'll be going over our review for the Moon Knight series, and then we'll be doing our full discussion of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Before we do all of that, we first want to talk about the new Thor Love and Thunder trailer that came out a month ago. It's better late than never. Thor Love and Thunder is like literally on the horizon of releasing, so we thought it'd be the best time to discuss about this movie. So before anything, I wanted to ask George, what did you think of official teaser for Thor Love and Thunder?
Honestly, I really liked it. Thought it was awesome. I enjoyed everything about it. I liked all the Taika style. Interesting to see Guardians of the Galaxy popping up in there, and really awesome to see Nellie Portman back as Jane Foster.
I don't know what it was, but the trailer just it felt different than most of the MCU trailers or teasers I could think of. It is like an action adventure thing because that's what most Marvel movies are. There's an action element, but at the same time, we've never gone the character discovery kind of story when it comes to the superhero, especially with Thor. I mean, Thor's been through quite a lot. He's witnessed death and tragedy in front of his own eyes. So for him to now like come in full circle and be like, hey, I feel like retiring as a god now because I've done what I've done. I've been a hero for so many years now. I think it's time for me to rest. And I mean, it looks like another cosmic adventure. The thing I really liked about Thor Ragnarok, at least, that they were doing more cosmic elements woven into Thor's environment because it's all Norse gods and all these kinds of things, but they also add in the cosmic side of stuff like Guardians of the Galaxy because we see Thor at the end of Endgame hopping with them, so we get to see what his adventure was like. And I like one of the scenes in the trailer where they're all about to go and storm into battle because it's like, yeah, let's go and whatnot, and then there's just Thor that's like, nah, dude, I'm good. Like he just walks out. I'm like, oh wow, okay. It's just funny to me that he's just so done with action and just live life kind of a thing until Jane Foster enters the scene, which I mean, wow. I was expecting them to at least maybe hold back on the Jane Foster thing, but I mean, hey, not bad. It looks cool. Pretty comic book accurate for the most part. Her suit and everything, the helmet. I will say Thor's costume, that blue and yellow costume, I don't really like it too much. It's really overly saturated kind of blues and yellows that they're using. It looks too much like an action figure for me personally because they show him with like this black suit, like his more traditional kind of Thor suit with the puffy kind of cape and whatnot, like almost Viking like. And I like that more than the blue and yellow kind of look. It just makes him look like an action figure. Anything else you wanted to add on?
I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I really like it. It's cool to see Thor back with his long hair again. Although I did like the short hair.
I will say I'm surprised that like there's quite a few looks for Thor as well. Like there's this one where he's gonna assume maybe after his working out. Apparently it's called like Ravager Thor, where he kind of has like the sleeveless jacket and he has like the shirt under it. I was like, that's kind of cool. They're really respecting Thor's, or at least acknowledging Thor's history. In the first few seconds of the trailer with that running montage, they even showed Thor's first suit, like his comic book suit from the blue pants and then like the yellow boots from the comics, like the yellow and black strap boots. And I was like, wow, they're really, really leading into like the very obscure elements of Thor as well, which we can kind of neglect. Visually, this movie looks amazing. That's what I like. It looks like the colors seem to shine more. That's what I really like. More so digging about this new phase of MCU movies to me is that you can see the style more than like the typical MCU way of filming something and like with this great filters and everything like that. I like more where you let movies visually pop. The thing I'm surprised about is that we don't see the villain. We do not see Christian Bale as Gore the God Butcher in this and anywhere of this footage. Like I'm guessing maybe they'll save him for a trailer, or maybe they just might not even show him at all, which I'd be surprised because Taika, he said that Gore might be one of their best villains yet. And I mean, we've not seen a lot of him to really support that statement.
Yeah.
What are they trying to do? Maybe just holding off on him? Because there was a leak of the character. I've even sent it to you on the chat where first picture is the one of the movie version, and then the picture below is the comic book version of Gore. And you can see how like, different they are, right? The contrast between the two. So what do you think about like Gore's design, at least from the leak of him compared to his comic book counterpart?
I'm torn. Like, I really like Gore as a character. I read some of the comics. He's pretty cool. And the new look, Like, okay, say these were two separate characters. We were looking at a new villain in the MCU we've never seen before. I think that Gore would look really cool. Knowing what he looks like in the comics, it's a bit like I think he's pretty cool, but I feel like they could have done more. And it's Christian Bale.
Yeah, I mean, personally for me, it's not that okay. Maybe I could see why they're doing this route because Eternals had Bill Skarsgård. Everybody knows him as the It Clown, right? And he played one of the aliens in that movie. To say the least, it was pretty wasted of a character or an actor because Bill Skarsgård. I've not seen his work, but from what I've heard, he's a actor with quite a lot of range. You just belittle him in such a role where you just mask over him with a lot of CGI and you give him this kind of one note performance. I guess that's what Marvel kind of didn't want to face again. They didn't want to get Christian Bale just to mask him with a lot of CGI and make him just an alien that kind of gives a one note performance, I guess that's what the reason could be. But personally, even if you're going for a human look with Gore, right, make it at least more alien-like because it just looks like Christian Bale with gray paint and veiny patterns across his face. Like, I don't know, personally for me, it doesn't look intimidating as the alien Gore from the comics. The weapon Gore uses is actually connected to the symbiote. It's connected to the first god symbiote named Null, who actually created the Necro Sword, which he wields. Weirdly enough, Hela's abilities were in Thor Ragnarok are akin to the Necro Sword's abilities, so are they going to do the same sword here? Do you think they'll kind of at least allude to maybe a symbiote connection, maybe?
I think they will. Because, Gore is like a symbiote kind of thing, isn't he? He's an alien symbiote.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, his origin is like he is a religious alien, like his species prays a lot.
But when they're betrayed, because everyone died, but the gods didn't save them.
Yeah, his family is, I think his wife and his child died. And he was so frustrated, or he was just filled with rage because of the fact I've been praying to the gods who are meant to help people like me, but they didn't answer my prayers. And he encounters this battle. He encounters these two warriors that are frozen almost, and one of them has this black armor. When he makes contact with that warrior, his armor or the symbiote / necro suit, whatever you name it, it engulfs him. That's how he becomes Gore the God Butcher. And another thing, funny enough, they show off Zeus in this trailer, if I'm not mistaken. That's being played by Russell Crowe.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really cool.
I think I know why they didn't show him, because he's gonna get X'd off immediately, considering the fact you have a character named Gore the God Butcher. If he ain't butchering gods, then I don't know what else he's gonna be doing.
I think he'll be butchering people, and then he'll be targeting Zeus. Zeus will ask Thor for help defending against him. I think that's what will happen. I don't think they'll just kill off Zeus,
Russell Crowe's been casted as that character, and I mean, I could see that's true. The way the actually, funny enough, the way this trailer is edited as well, you can pinpoint that this scene is second act, and this scene is the third act, or this scene is the first act. It's all over the place. So I think that's a nice kind of way to even do a teaser as well. Let them kind of interpret it for their own. There's even a panel from a comic book. Someone made an image where Korg and Thor are looking over this dead creature, and it's actually 1-to-1 for the comic book panel as well. So I mean, wow.
Do you know if that's a god in the comics, that dead carcass?
I think it is a god or something. I know, but I think that's the correlation between this scene is that they discover Gore has killed a god, or at least some higher entity. Goes to Marvel, the VFX team and all them, for really doing the panel 1-to-1. I'm just really wondering how they're gonna manage Jane Foster and all this. Is another question I have. The way they're passing the mantle onto her, and not to be mean or anything, but Jane Foster really wasn't a character. She was just kind of there for the sake of being there.
Yeah, I think those two movies, it's a weird jump to see, but once we see it, I'm sure it'll click.
I mean, to me, this new generation of the MCU is all about, while we still have some of our older characters, like our OG kind of Avengers members and whatnot, there's going to be a newer generation that's carrying forward this decade. They're carrying the franchise of MCU going forward, like Shang-Chi. Every newer character you can think of, in a way, they're carrying the MCU going forward now, no matter whatever medium it is. It's cool. I prefer certain shows where they can do that. Like Falcon and Winter Soldier was able to prove that a side character, if given enough depth and writing and emotional beats, can make him be able to qualify for the role of Captain America. Like in Falcon and Winter Soldier, they proved that Falcon is a layered character that can be able to take on the role of Captain America. With this, for me, I will say I'm kind of confused on what's the circumstances that led to Mjolnir being with Jane, because the hammer she's wielding seems to be the original Thor hammer. It seems to be a Mjolnir. I just wanted to ask you, what do you think about the return of Mjolnir, which is the Mjolnir, the one where Hela crushed it, and it now seems to be reforged and under Jane's hand.
Oh, it's all put together, isn't it?
Do you think it's a bit weird that some miraculous circumstance where Jane touches the fragments of Mjolnir and it just reforges and now it's hers, but Thor could have done that as well? You know what I mean? Like, it just causes that weird kind of confusion. Jane could do it. Why did Thor not attempt it?
You're right, yeah. That doesn't make sense. I'm not sure then, because it's very weird.
I don't want it to just be that, oh, Jane miraculously just touches the hammer, the fragments of Thor's hammer, and becomes the mighty Thor, and then Thor just has to wield Stormbreaker. I mean, hey, we're just 2 months away from the movie, so we never know what can come up next. Maybe another trailer that reveals more. Maybe even a look at Gore. For a lot that's in the trailer with Guardians, different gods, perhaps, and just seeing our characters return in different ways and them looking different as well. Funny enough, like a little detail, Asgard's become a tourist attraction because you can see like this bus coming through the land with Thor sticker in the background and then like welcome to New Asgard. Which I thought was pretty cool too. You can even notice like a couple of like cruises in the background as well of New Asgard, which I thought was kind of funny. Like it feels like real world, like they feel very lived in now, which is what I'm liking about the MCU. Heroes live amongst them, so how do the heroes live amongst us if they were in the real world? So this is what I like tackling there. Do you want to add, or is that all?
I don't know what else to say. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the next trailer.
I mean, same here. I'm excited to see what they'll do with this installment of Thor, considering the success Thor Ragnarok has had. So, just more Thor stuff, and I want to see how they'll handle Thor's retirement and how they let Jane Foster take over for Thor. Maybe Thor might join in occasionally for a big event, but for the most part, it seems like maybe Jane Foster will be the Thor going forward in the MCU. Always thank you guys so much for watching our videos. It really means a lot that you guys continue to support us on our journey. Originally, this was supposed to be in a longer format, including the Moon Knight series and Multiverse of Madness spoiler discussion. However, considering the length of the Moon Knight video and the editing that's going to take, it's going to be a little bit more longer. So as of this recording you're currently hearing right now, I think the best idea going forward will be that we'll just break these down, just make them normal. The videos will drop separately, more so than one big episode. Hope you guys understand. Apologies for the delays on videos. It's been a while, we know, so we're trying to at least talk about the big stuff that's happened. We know there's a lot more coming in the next couple of weeks and months, but for now we just wanted to get all these big 3 topics of discussion out of the way. Thank you guys so much. Sorry for the delay in videos. Keep supporting us as always. We appreciate it. We'll try to get these videos out as soon as possible, and thank you once again. Take care. Have a good day.